This is obviously, because I know before I even say this, it's going to seem like the most insensitive, maybe the most horrible thing that you've ever heard. But this is the same thing that I say to law enforcement, ambulance, fire department. You don't deserve to die. Of course not. But I personally, myself, sitting here, always assumed, and I'm sure that we all have, okay? I'm certain that every person sitting out here assumed that you hospitals would be prepared for something like this, okay? Because this is not the first time this has happened. It happens every single year during flu season, cough and colds, pneumonia, all those things. We, the people, are sitting here convinced that you are prepared to take care of us. That's your job. You signed up for that. What did you think it was going to be? Band-Aids and lollipops? Now look, I will work, I will scrub toilets, I will mop hallways, I will change sheets. I don't care about the coronavirus, I'm not worried about it. Give me a job working in one of your hospitals. But will you? No. I've applied, I've tried, but I'm not good enough to work there. So when I'm hearing these people, look, God bless you. Don't get me wrong. God bless you. God bless you. But when I hear you complaining about the job that I would love to do right now, I don't care if it's sweeping and mopping, scrubbing toilets. I'm dead serious. Urinals. I don't care. I would do that job with the biggest smile on my face ever. And if I have to wear a mask, then I'm going to paint a smile on that mask. But I'm sympathetic, but tired of it. All right? I understand that you are overworked. I understand. But we are the ones who have no choice but to trust and rely that the doctors and nurses are provided with the things that we need to be taken care of. Hospitals are for profit. Reading Hospital just built this huge, massive new wing. I would imagine that they would have this stockpile, the stores, in order to supply every patient in every single room, in every bed available, with the necessary medications if it came to that. Why wouldn't you? Why would you build some monolith, a ziggurat, and not be able to provide for it? That's like only putting a building with half of the electricity, or putting half of the toilets into an apartment building. Man, I wish more people would watch this because you don't get it. I'm begging for a job right now. Okay, grocery stores, nothing. No one will hire me. Felonies. So, you who are crying and moaning and whining about doing your jobs, you can call me whatever you want, man. Send me all the hate mail you want. I'm fine with that. But you're whining and complaining about doing your job that you were hired to do. You knew the risks. What I want to know, when you went to school for all those years and they showed you all those pictures that you saw of all manner of form of horrible things that people can do to one another or that will happen to the human body, what part of you thought that this was never going to happen? when it has happened, what, 5 times since 1918? 6 times? What? We have SARS, AIDS, coronavirus. You got the flu of 1918, the pandemic there. Every single year, I forget how many thousands and thousands of people died from the flu. So, you have my sympathy. But to the extent where I'm telling you right now that I am available to do the work that you're unavailable to do, okay? You need me to put a Band-Aid on somebody? I could put a Band-Aid on somebody. I could check a bruised knee. I can take temperatures. I can clean up vomit. I can scrub poop. I don't care. I know how to change diapers. I don't care what it is. I need a job. Are we clear? So, you folks, you're crying, you're whining, I can't do this anymore. You have kids at home, please go home to your children. Protect your family first. Or do your job. You have a choice because you can't do them both. You can't take this home to your children or you can't do your job. One or the other. I'm sorry it is that way. If every single person, if all of you out there would share this video and send it to someone else, and as a nation, remember 9/11, everyone was like, God bless America? A nationwide prayer chain to Christ Jesus, not to Buddha or Muhammad or Allah. They can't hear you. Jesus can hear you. Jesus will hear you. And Jesus will heal us. Don't you understand that? If my people who are called by my name will humble themselves, turn from their wicked ways, and cry out to me, then I will hear them from heaven, forgive their sins, and heal their land. Don't you know? Now, I need a job. You go to the people who are in charge and tell them, look, I personally know a man that needs a job and is willing to do anything.
Well, I put a sign-up sheet in the conference room and I signed us up for 3 months.
Give me a job at the hospital. Okay? I will be faithful. I will be there no matter what. If you need me to work 24 hours a day, I will work 24 hours a day. But I don't want to hear one more person that's working there complain about conditions. Didn't you stop to think for one moment that this was at all possible ever in all of your career? Now, if it is the people who are in charge and who order stuff, and you need to get them out, right? They don't need to work there anymore because they weren't prepared. I need a job. I'm not saying I'm a hospital administrator. I'm saying that I'm a janitor that will push a bucket and scrub toilets. Happily. I'm a cook. I'm a chef. I can wash dishes. I can make veal scallopini like you couldn't imagine. It's not much though, veal scallopini. I mean, that ain't really nothing, but I can make escargot. Please, pate. Can you make pate? I can make pate. Look, you see that over there? See that? Come here, pate. Come here. Come on, pate. Hey, girl. Hi, pate. That's pate. Soon, if I have to. But no joke. Not going to have my rent next month. Not. I'm not going to be able to pay my bills next month. They're talking about weeks for this check, and I'll be amazed if we even see it at all. I am just... Look, send me comments. I will specifically pray for you. If you're in the medical field and you don't have a choice. You have to trust Christ. But your medicine is not going to save you. Jesus will save you. Your medicine is obviously not working. Am I right or wrong? But I can't see one more video of one more person complaining about the conditions. Because all you're doing is creating a bunch more fear, angst. You're making us worried. If you can't take care of us, what are we going to do? What you're doing is pretty much you're undermining the efforts that are the people who are trying to do something about it. You have to eat this because that's your job. That's your job. This ain't about getting paid on Friday now. This is about doing what you were trained to do. If you're not a professional, walk away. Goodbye. But personally, I am a professional toilet scrubber. I can push a bucket down a hallway like nobody's business. I know how to run a squeegee. I cooked personally my own 2 hands with by myself, mind you, without any assistance from the jerks that I was working with in the kitchen because they were in the way. I cooked 3 meals a day for $1,500 at Berks County Prison. I did that for 6 months by myself, prepped the food, cooked the food, and then cleaned up every single day, 3 times a day, except for when they made me not work. But I am fully prepared to do any of those things. Do you know I've been trying to get to be a volunteer? I have a kidney for donation. I have bone marrow. I have plasma, whatever. Do you know they put all these dumb restrictions? Like, I can't get to the office visit, so they won't pay for a cab for me to get there? Because then they would be buying my kidney for cab fare? Shut your face, man. Shut your face, you medical professional hypocrites. That's what you are, professional hypocrites. You took the job, and, okay, it is a mess. It's a mess. Sometimes I can't imagine what you're going through mentally. Emotionally, I could imagine watching some children die. But that does not change the fact that there are people just like me that would do anything to be where you are right now. Okay? Anything I can do, I would work there. I would.
I'm going to sign up you in the conference room when I signed
But
us up for 3 mods.
that's not going to happen, is it?
Started 2 minutes ago.
Nope.
Can we talk about this in the meeting?
So stop complaining to us about it and go to the top and tell them, look, there are people in the trenches that are willing to do the dirty work that we don't have time to do. Okay? I can do that.
It's just, I can't do anything about it. I can't replace your
People that are, doctors and nurses,
If it breaks all the way,
thank you though for your sacrifice. You guys that are just doing your job and doing exactly what you got trained to do, thank you for your sacrifice. God bless you. Send me a comment and I will personally pray for you using your name, not just this but I will lift you right up into Christ's grace and mercy and ask that He gives you the strength and the kindness and the fortitude, the forbearance, He'll give you the strength you need to get through this. Okay? So